Hi guys, got another build for you here. This time we are going to go for another Barbarian build, and it's another leveling build. You can use it for leveling. Basically this is a rage build. It's a dual wield rage build. Work very well if you're dual wielding, and what we're going to do is put skills on like Battle Rage and Wrath of the Berserker, but basically to make it a very high damage leveling build as long as your rages are active, and you're going to have a few skills in there that will give you some good speed. Yeah, so but basically if you think about a Barbarian rage leveling build, this is what this should do for you. So I'll put the skills on and you can see what you think. What we're going to do is for your primary skill we are going to go for Frenzy, swing for 110% weapon damage, frenzy attack speed increased by 15% with each swing. The effect can stack up to 5 times for a total bonus of 75% attack speed. So there you go, that's one of your quick attacks, and if you have Maniac with that, it will increase the damage that you deal. For your secondary skill we're going to put Hammer of the Ancients, call forth a massive hammer to smash enemies directly in front of you for 200% weapon damage. You've got an increased critical hit chance. Now the reason we want that is because the way we're doing this build is the rages, some of them will be triggered or become more powerful with the amount of critical hits you get, so that's why we want to do that. You're going to put Smash with that, strike a smaller area for more damage. Now for your defensive skill we're going to go for Leap into the air, dealing 85% weapon damage to all enemies within 8 yards of your destination and slowing their movement speed by 60% for 3 seconds. Also works out as a good speed skill because it allows you to travel quickly and then start using your Battle Rage and so on. So we're going to have Leap and we're going to have Iron Impact with that. Gain 300% additional armor for 4 seconds once you're in the thick of it after you've landed. Now for your might you're going to go for Furious Charge. Brush forward, knocking back enemies and inflicting 195% weapon damage to enemies along the path of the charge. Now that is similar to Leap in the way that it allows you to move very quickly and inflict quite a lot of damage. Pair it up with Merciless Assault. Cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds for every target hit. The effect can reduce the cooldown by up to 10 seconds. Now for your main rage skills, what we're going to do is you want to go for your Battle Rage. Enter a rage which increases damage by 15% and critical hit chance by 3%. You know, you'll start this as much as you can normally at the beginning of a fight, and it will give you, well, a huge damage boost, and obviously you've got the critical hit chance increased there. And you want to pair that with Into the Fray. While under the effects of Battle Rage, critical hits have a chance to generate 15 additional fury, so you can keep your fury up. For your rage slot you are going to go for Wrath of the Berserker. Enter a Berserker Rage which raises several attributes. You've got again your critical hit chance raised by 10%, attack speed 25%, dodge chance 20%, and movement speed 20% increased. And I would suggest that you go for Insanity pair it with this skill, your skill rune. Basically increases your damage by 100%. Okay, so that's the build. For your passives, what we're going to do is you're going to have Ruthless in there. Again, critical hit chance increased by 5%, and damage, critical hit damage increased by 50%. You know, it's all to do with the critical hits triggering these skills or improving them. You want to go for brawler, because you've got the leap and the furious charge, which means, you know, when you're running headlong into combat or leaping in, you will get free. Well, they're sort of in the game, you know that there's always 3 enemies within 8 yards, so that will get the damage up. Then your last passive, you want to go for Boon of Belcathos. The cooldown on your Earthquake, Call of the Ancients and Wrath the Berserker is reduced by 30 seconds. Obviously we've got the Wrath of the Berserker in there, and you want to use it as much as you can. And yeah, that's about it. So you've got, what I'd suggest is dual wielding with this build. Basically, mainly because of your attack speed. You've got Frenzy, which gives you quick blows, and that's basically it. I mean, you've got Hammer of Ancients with the smash, that works well for taking on bosses. And what you want to do, if you want a stats thing, you're looking for preferred stats with this build is weapon damage, strength, critical chance. Actually, critical chance is probably the most preferred stat, and attack speed. So it's a fast, rage, dual wielding, leveling build. If you want fast attacks and you want to be in a rage all the time and make full use of it with your criticals, give this build a go and let me know what you think. Okay, cheers guys.